Once you finally pack it in, this is the back one. This is the one that's in the rear. Which goes back here. That's that one. But you see this O-ring. It will come in the kit if you get the right one. You're going to have to get a rubber mallet. Once you put this in here, and then you put this over it. So that's literally it. That's all you got to do for that. So that's your rotor is done. Now, all you gotta do is reverse the process from you taking it off and put it back on in reverse. So, you saw where I pointed at first from the brake line. You basically start from the back by the last thing that you saw, which was the two bolts that hold the bracket. You put those in first. You put those bracket in first. And then after you tighten that bracket, once it's all done, you put the bracket mount for the brake line, which I showed you that was holding the brake line. That I said I'm going to have to take off and redo that again so I can screw those in. That's how you do it. I kind of messed up. I was just kind of rushing through it because I had to go to the junkyard and get a new nut for it because I couldn't find the nut to that axle. So I got a new one. So basically it's on there. Once you put the brake line bracket in and you screw the brake line back up, then you put your brake caliper with the piston in it back on. And you screw that in there with the 13 socket. And you can move to the front. You can do the front, like push it in there, put the front wheel bearing in, and then there's a washer that goes to it. Hold on. Make sure you put this washer right here in its proper place. There's only one place because there's only one little notch. You see this little notch? You place it into the rotor, and then you put the nut on. Because this goes in between the wheel bearing, the rotor, wheel bearing, washer, nut, and then you put this over the nut, and then you put your pin through, and then you spread the pin so that it can lock it in there so it doesn't come out. And then once all that's done, you put the cap back on there. And you're literally just done your wheel bearing. The hardest part is literally getting that retainer